But April did end on a high note as the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed at a record high of 16,580. And with the market at that level, the question is, should investors buy or sell? Dennis Fagan from Fagan Associates joins us now with an answer to that. And this is an interesting time, isn't it? Because it took a long time to get a new high, and now the question is, does it go higher or does it retrench?
Yeah, the market's been choppy for the bulk of the year.
Yeah.
The Dow's probably up around 0.5% for the year, the S&P a little more. We had a crummy winter weather-wise,
yeah.
So the economic data's been a little weak, but I expect that to pick up. And
based on our current weather.
Yeah, right, based on our, yeah. And with the market having not sold off based upon the bad economic news, I think it's got some support here. So I'd imagine that it's going to work its way higher over the next few months.
And how do people take most advantage of that? What do you recommend they do?
Well, I think you have to look at things that are cyclical in nature. Mm-hmm. GE is a good example. 75% of the revenues now coming from the industrial side. That's a big plus. Infrastructure, and also some of the beaten up momentum stocks, companies like Facebook. So you want to kind of barbell your approach from the economically sensitive stocks on one hand to some of the momentum stocks that have been beaten up.
Huh. Well, is there anything out there that makes you concerned then? Or do you see more of this choppiness, but in the end we're going to do better? Is that how you see it?
I think it's like anything else. If you look at the risk versus the return, I don't see a lot of risk to the downside. You can get a 10% correction at any time. So I think there's a potential for more upside move than the downside risk. So I don't see a lot of downside risk. Certainly Eastern Europe could flare up, but it doesn't seem to be affecting the market as of yet.
What about bonds?
I just don't see the potential for growth there mathematically. With a 10-year Treasury at 2 3/4, if you're looking out 5, 6, 7 years, you can buy stocks that pay dividends of 2 3/4 with some growth potential.
So, what we need is some really good spring-like weather, which we, at least around here, we haven't enjoyed yet. And then people all of a sudden, they go out, they buy, businesses do better.
Just think of yourself in the wintertime. Did you want to go out to dinner? Did you want to go out shopping? Did you want to go out to a movie when there was 5 or 6 inches of snow on the ground and it was 10 degrees? There you go. And I think that the data has proven that out. Okay,
well, we'll look and see where it takes us next, and we appreciate your somewhat rosy outlook, and we hope that it hits, and we'll be talking again soon.
It's a nice set you have here.
Oh, yes, that's right. Dennis's first time with us, and thank you for being with us.